All right, welcome to our third episode of Tech Talk. I'm of course joined by the same guys. We've got Sean and Tiru as well. So for today, we are actually here at City Music. All right, so we've mentioned City Music a few times. We've got the Zoom P4. Again, we'll just talk about our setup. We got a Zoom P4, and in our last episode, we talked about three different mics, or we tried out three different mics, and we all pretty much agreed that the Samsung Q9U was our favorite.
Yeah.
And now we are all using the Samsung
three
Q9U.
Samsung mics.
Yes.
It's another time that I'm using it, and I still absolutely love it. And by the way, I've got my review coming up pretty soon. I'll try and get it out as soon as possible, so don't miss that one. But anyway, we will have Sean hosting this episode again. Oh wait, no, not Sean. Sorry,
Not
Tiru.
me. I was like, what?
Yeah. He panicked a bit.
Sean.
Okay, sorry. So we've got Tiru again.
Yes.
Hosting. So what do we have today?
Today we'll be talking about the very loved and the very crazy company called Apple.
Wow.
Have you heard of it? Yeah. It's a company that I'm sure everyone knows about. And recently they did an event called Apple Spring Loaded.
Boing.
I don't know why that name, but like there was
Well,
no
because it's
springs.
spring.
Is this? Oh, okay.
It
I
is
guess.
spring, and also it's supposed to be a
Oh, is
loaded
that why?
event.
Oh, it's spring.
Yeah, but it's
Okay, we are shooting in Singapore. We are in Singapore. We don't have
raining
seasons.
outside. It's like it's just
we are
pouring.
either wet because of sweat or rain. That's it.
Yeah.
That's our season.
Basically, Apple released an event or did an event called Apple Spring Loaded 2021, and I don't know if you all watched it. Have you all watched it?
I watched a condensed version of it. I think The Verge or something condensed it into 11 minutes. Basically, a couple of pretty cool stuff, a few kind of useless stuff.
Yeah.
We will go into
We'll
it. No
go
worries.
into it.
I watched the full event, so it's a little over an hour.
Oh my
Right.
I didn't need to. I could have just condensed it like what Sean did.
Yeah.
But I love watching Apple events for the comedic value.
And the marketing. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the marketing.
Basically.
Same thing.
Especially that part
Yeah.
where he run on the building and then he shit.
Wait, that
yeah.
was running on a building?
Yeah, and then he basically there was this guy who ran on the building and then he rappelled down.
Oh, wow.
We will get to that, I think, later
Yeah.
when we go through all the different points.
I
But
should, I should have watched
yeah.
the whole thing then.
it's hilarious.
Yeah.
Like, it's amazing how, like, okay, we're gonna get to the technical parts and the different
Yeah.
products,
Of
but
course, yeah.
on a so-called like whole summary talking about the entire event, it's amazing how marketing has free reign to say what they want. It irritates me, but at the same time, it's quite funny. It's funny for me because I can sort of tell when they are BSing and when
of
it's
course.
kind of true.
Yeah.
But for people who don't,
They're just gonna believe it.
they're just gonna
like,
believe everything.
Whatever it is.
That's true.
yeah.
Like, that's
I mean,
how it
one very good example is when they talked about the iMac, which we'll talk a bit more later. All right, they were saying like, oh, it's the CPU is 85% faster than the previous iMac. Well, yes, because the last iMac was in 2017.
Yeah, of course.
They failed
Yeah.
to mention that. You know, any PC now is about 80 or even 100% faster
Yeah,
than
faster
4
than
years ago.
4
I mean, it's like just
So-
like how they always say this is the fastest iPhone we've ever made.
Yes,
I
if
mean,
it was
it'd be weird- it's
0.1% faster,
Right,
it's still
true.
faster.
It would be weird if they
Fastest
say this is the slowest iPhone we've ever
Literally,
made.
no one else makes an iPhone. Like,
I mean, yeah.
it's just them.
Anything you make after the previous version is better.
Yeah.
But
Sorry. One thing before we get into the first product, right? Has anyone realized, like, do they do audio post-production? Because the audio is amazing. I do
Yeah,
not
probably.
get how they did it.
Probably.
Did they audio and they sync word for word?
Nah, I don't think they sync.
I'm sure they have like a lapel mic on them or something like
Because
that.
like there were some shots, like the guy when they were talking about the iPad Pro, I think the guy's name was Raja.
Yeah.
And there was a transition from the studio
From the
out
studio
to like
the
on a
ship.
boat.
Yeah.
Audio was impeccable.
Probably green screen.
Yeah.
No,
That's
it's not.
It's not, is it?
It's not because while he's talking, and I know that this can be done, but it's too much effort to do it. But basically, you can see him moving on the boat.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
they sort of pan to the lady talking and filming with the iPad Pro.
Right.
There is no way. I mean, you can do it, but it's too much effort.
Maybe they have an in-house like swimming pool with the boat on it. Who
I don't
knows?
know.
I don't know, but I was.
Who knows
and
what's
that was
in that
just
building?
was just one example, and some of
yeah.
the transition shots. Like I think they sort of transitioned from a static camera to like a drone or something. It was done so well.
Yeah, I mean they are the kings of marketing.
Yeah, but I mean, you look at the video, doesn't it creep you out a bit by the amount of the how well it was shot? It's like one of those sci-fi films where AI takes over, and then they have that billboard where the person's like, "This is the new don't know what."
Yeah,
That very creepy,
Well,
very good
I
quality
guess.
video.
Especially the part where the guy removes the face. And
That
then
was the
Tim Cook-
dumbest thing ever, but yeah,
Yeah, you
That was
you
so
didn't see that
dumb.
part, right?
It
Yeah,
was
that's
so
like
dumb.
it creeped me out a
need to
lot.
watch
No, but
that
it makes
shit.
sense because what I would say is Apple has done the virtual event the best.
Yeah, they
it
have.
makes sense what they do because Apple realizes the opportunities of having a virtual event where you don't have a crowd. You're not limited in terms of what you can do.
Exactly.
Every other brand, they still run it like a physical event, just that they have
application.
silhouettes
Live
in front to make it look
stream.
like there's people. It's so like simple.
Yeah, they didn't lean into
Yeah,
the
but
whole
Apple,
live thing.
Please learn from
the
Apple.
whole cinematic value of the event is amazing.
Yeah,
which
it is.
which is shrouds over
It's a
all their
performance.
marketing
Yeah,
BS lah. Yeah. I almost knocked over my can
Yeah.
right now.
It's Ayataka. It's like
I'm gonna put it over here. But anyway, let's not waste too much time. So what's the first product?
Right. So the first product is the iMac. We're going to talk about the iMac.
So the first one since 2017 or 2016? I think 2017.
Yeah, it's the 24-inch iMac.
The
Right.
colors.
And they haven't done colors since the CRT iMacs.
You mean
Yeah.
the big bulky ones?
Yes.
The-
And I remember because when I was studying audio engineering, right?
That was
and
what
this
you were
was in,
using.
no, but that's 2003. It was
Yeah.
still obsolete. But because that was the last model of iMac where you could get a free version of Pro Tools to run.
Yeah.
Pro Tools LE, I believe. This was 2003. So our studio had like 15 of this iMac, super old, and they were all different colors. It was hilarious.
Oh gosh.
And I was so glad that they did away with it, but they brought it back.
It's like, you know, that time when they released those CRTs, everything else was freaking white and beige.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
So these things really stood out.
Yep.
But like now, every computer is like,
Kind of mimicking it already.
yeah,
It looks-
and like they look much better. Most of them look like alien ships. Like it's colors everywhere, and most of them are done tastefully. But like to bring back these colors in 2021 is a questionable.
It's a bit throwback, don't you think?
It is
It's like the whole,
throwback.
you know, bell-bottom jeans coming back kind of thing.
Yeah, and I do understand like some people may have that. Oh, I had a CRT one back in don't know
Yeah,
when.
yeah.
Let me get another one for like
in the same
Yeah.
color.
extremely pricey price.
Yeah. Do we know if it's the same color range?
Okay, you can take a look at the colors. Yeah.
It's not because
slightly different.
It was like a more like for the original iMac, right?
Yeah.
The CRT iMacs. I mean, you had like a pinkish. It was a slightly
Transparent
off color.
colors.
Okay,
yeah.
okay. Yeah.
But what I find interesting is that usually what they do is that we have like the standard silver and black, that kind of thing, and we also have different colors which they will either launch at the same time or maybe like later on.
Yep.
This time around they all get the same treatment. It's like, these are our colors. It's not like, we also have some special colors.
Yep.
It's
Yeah.
not. It's these are
These
our
are our
colors.
colours.
Yeah.
Like you see what they did with the iPhone later on. We'll talk about now. It's purple,
Yeah,
right?
they give a
Apple is the only one
Who
that
would
can
ever
make
do
a
a
big
purple
deal
phone.
about a new color for a phone.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But anyway,
yeah. The same phone, just slightly, it's a different color.
and they make a whole video. Okay,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. So, but yeah, I was surprised. I was really surprised by that, especially when you think about how they've always had a minimalistic theme to everything that they do.
Right.
So this was a big shift.
It is. But at the same time, how useful is a colored monitor that's colored at the back? I mean, most
Yeah.
of the images that
What
you
use
see,
does color do?
no. Okay,
Like-
firstly, the thing is that it's supposed to look nice, but
Yeah.
how many of us actually have our computers in the middle of a room where people can see the back?
Yeah, I was
Not
thinking
many,
about that.
right?
but-
Only receptionists have that, right?
No, I have sort of an answer for it.
Uh-huh.
So
Mirrors.
If you so if you watch the event, right? If you had watched the full event,
Sorry.
right? What she actually said is that one of the most like I'm paraphrasing because I can't remember exactly what she said, but it was something along the lines of one of the things that's looked at the most is the back, which to me was like,
Huh?
do you know how to use a computer?
I
but
guess,
then,
yeah.
if you look at a lot of companies that have sort of a similar design theme aesthetic to Apple and how they like to do things, it's always an open desk concept, like
Yeah.
a hot desk,
Yeah.
whatever you call it.
Yeah.
And it's never against a wall.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
yeah.
is.
So the aesthetic
Okay.
of the company, when you come in and look at their
It is
office,
the back.
it's always the back.
back of the company. Yeah.
So
exactly.
that's what they're thinking.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they're thinking
Very small target audience, isn't it? Then?
Apple in
yeah,
itself, for
in
this
a
kind of
sense.
things, is mostly a small.
Unless you are Google or wait, no, Google wouldn't use
wouldn't
Mac.
use. You
Well,
never know.
yeah,
You
I mean,
never
no,
know.
but-
No, look at
like-
we talked about their watches.
Yeah.
All the different colors.
Yeah,
so-
but I mean, like what you said, like the special circumstance of how the office is arranged, it's very specific to certain offices. I
Yeah.
mean, in Singapore, not many do that. Even architectural offices have somewhat dividers, or even the screens are.
Actually, like for me, I mean, the nature of my job, I get posted to a lot of big MNCs.
Yeah.
I work in IT, right?
Okay.
So I've been in the Google office, I've been in Microsoft office, I've been at Unilever, all those huge companies, and they are all predominantly open concept except for high management.
Okay. Okay.
Right. So it's one of those like corporate, like you go in, everyone has that standard computer and that table, and then like,
in the US, you do get a lot more Macs as corporate devices.
Right.
Singapore is next to nothing unless you're in design or something.
Yeah.
You know, but when you go overseas, it is used a lot more. But design focused work, even architecture, design firms, even development agencies, you do get a lot of Macs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
So I can understand where they're coming from. I'm not saying they're right.
Yep.
But yeah, I can see where they're coming from. The thing that really impressed me most is how freaking thin.
it's extremely thin. It's about 11.5 millimeters.
What is the thickness of an iPhone? Because it looks thinner, but then again it's bigger. So
I mean, it looks great. I will admit that it looks like the iPad Pros, right? They're trying to get into that slim sort of tablet looking like thing.
Yep.
But I watched a short clip from MKBHD, and he brought up something very interesting, which was, is that thinness really something that everybody needs? Yes, the open concept officers, guys. Yes, they will appreciate
open
it.
office
Yeah.
concept, but yes, sure.
Yeah, open.
It's not something everyone needs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So his point was that there's this little chin at the bottom, right, when you
Yeah.
house the main components of the computer.
That's where the logic
If they
board
could
is.
actually put it to the back and still keep that thickness, the older ones were sort of a convex shape,
Yeah,
and then they
correct.
put all the main components in the thickest part while keeping the ends thin, and then you can have a full like screen without
Yeah.
having the chin. So his point of view was pretty something that I agreed on. Like, does the thinness really make such a priority
Yeah.
compared to the appearance of what you're looking
The front
at?
screen, yeah, exactly.
Because now you're coming in with this, I don't know, 2-inch, 3-inch thick.
It's very
border.
thick bezel.
It's very
yeah.
thick.
It's a very thick bezel.
Well, okay, I kind of got an answer to that as well.
Yep.
Now, this is the
He's-
first iMac.
He's like the Apple representative.
No,
We are
because
grilling.
I'm a huge techie, right?
Right, of course,
And Tiru is as well. You're not so much. You're more
No,
on
no,
like,
no,
yeah.
I-
But and first of all, I'm PC all the way, and I don't mean like political correctness. I mean like Windows PC.
Yep.
And I'm very against Apple in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
But I've always respected
What
their
they do.
products.
Yeah.
I don't respect the way
Oh,
they
okay,
do things. In terms
okay,
of
the
marketing and all
products,
that,
yeah.
the way they run their business, and there's a lot of things I'm not happy
So
about.
you
Yeah,
mean
of course.
product
But
design.
I
Product.
cannot deny the fact that their products, a lot of them are really amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the reason why I think they did the iMac like that, it's more to prove a point. It's to prove a point of the benefits of an ARM chip.
Yeah,
Now that concave back actually had more to do not with the logic board inside, but more with the fans that were needed for the Intel chip.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, because the x86 it needed a lot more cooling. Okay, and even to that extent, their iMacs are undercooled.
Okay.
Yeah, so they actually needed more, but that was the best that they could do without like burning the chip in the
Yeah.
first 5 minutes. You
Okay.
know? So this is more to prove a point that because of this chip, we don't need that kind of cooling. We can make it this thin.
Yeah.
Yes, but
I think that's more
at the
the point.
sacrifice of a border. They've always been trying to get this.
Well,
no
look at it this
border
way: their
look, right?
iPhones, they have refused to buckle to the trend of the 4-head, or in this case, now using a 5-head.
No, but I mean, the iPhone one is kind of like a seamless thing, right? It's black bezel
No,
all the
but
way around.
they took away the whole thumb button, right?
Yeah,
That's
they do.
taking away
That's-
basically
yeah.
the chin or the border of it.
No, but the forehead they haven't removed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know,
So-
it's always there.
Yeah,
It's there,
Basically, the entire thing to me is that they feel that in terms of design or whatever, they are always right. They very rarely take things from outside, and I think that was more to make a point of the benefits of the M1.
Okay.
Right.
That's what I think.
Yeah.
And to me, it is impressive. Although, of course, we don't have the products. I mean, a lot of times things look amazing at launch because it's launch. They always do.
Right.
Later on, when we get reviewers testing them, and I'm sure none of us are going to get them anytime soon.
Yeah.
You're gonna see some of the drawbacks, right?
The thing I don't understand is you have a colorful computer and like you've got the huge bezel below, but like the screen, the bezel surrounding the monitor is white.
Wait.
Yes.
Is it?
It's white. Look at that. Like it's right here. It's white.
Huh?
It's not even color.
Why is-
it's not?
Oh, I didn't see that.
So it's probably like another component just for the monitor, and then like they just put it together. That way.
White is a big throwback to like the iPods,
The older
right?
iMacs, yes.
Yeah, it is.
The first few iMacs after the CRT, after the Fat Boys, right? So yeah, that one. Okay, that one. I'm not a design person. I'm very bad at it. If you look at my
Right.
videos on my YouTube channel, you know that I don't know how to do design and color or anything like that. But even I looked at it, I'm like, that's
A bit weird.
It's
Yeah.
that's
weird. I don't
funny.
quite understand it.
Yeah.
And it's not for every color. It's only for some, I think.
No, I thought all of them have a white front one, right?
Is it? Let me see.
I'm pretty
yeah,
sure
they do.
all of them, even the
Yeah.
silver one, which is supposed
They
to be
have a
like
white
the
front.
regular one, has a white front.
There's a white front.
Ah.
Yeah.
And it's obvious that they're not recycling anything because
Yeah.
it's a brand new product, so they can't recycle it from anywhere else.
Yeah, but
So-
I think this is one of those things that just takes time to get used to it. I can see
Right.
from the images that they have, it kind of blends in well with these nice design offices.
Mm-hmm.
I think it can look really
Yeah,
well. Like when you have a
exactly.
whole office full of that, nothing sticks out. So
Yeah.
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 That would be the
that would be
largest
the in
setup
thing.
cost
Yeah,
ever.
yeah. Oh my gosh.
Oh, and the other thing, what I can almost guarantee you, it's using either the same logic board as the MacBook Air or the iPad Pro.
Probably.
Probably, because if you look at how small the logic board is, you could put it on the tablet.
You
And-
could.
Yeah, and I think, but although I'm not sure about the lengthwise, I don't know. But it's definitely the same logic board, either on the MacBook Pro, MacBook Air, or on the iPad Pro. But they also have mice right now with the same
Yeah,
color
they
theme.
have the same color theme. In the
and
mouse,
the keyboard.
The magic keyboard.
Only Apple. Okay, I'll say it again. Only Apple can celebrate adding a feature that is more than 10 years old. Fingerprint scanner. Really?
Nice.
I
You want to
mean-
make such a big deal about a fingerprint scanner?
I mean, whenever they do that, they kind of like they talk about it, they celebrate about it, but they kind of do it right. You know,
Okay.
they take their time
that
to
was
do
gonna,
it
that
right.
was gonna be my I'm not gonna say they do it right because there's not many ways
Not
you can
many.
do it differently.
Yeah, exactly.
But the encryption on it is very good.
Yeah.
Now on my laptop, sorry, not my laptop, my keyboard, I've got a couple of USB ports, right?
Right.
I bought this fingerprint scanner that looks like a nano receiver for your mouse.
Okay.
So it's basically a fingerprint scanner. So I use that to log in. The problem with that is there is zero encryption.
Yeah.
So if my computer gets hacked, and by the time that it gets registered in Windows, right? If somewhere in the middle they actually get my fingerprint, I'm screwed.
Yeah, they can unlock it.
You know, and as I'm talking about it now, I'm actually getting kind of worried.
Yeah.
But I
Please don't hack
they
things.
they have this thing. I think they call it secure enclave. Is that the
Yeah.
name? Yeah. So it encrypts all the way from the fingerprint scanner to the PC, and once it's done, it's flushed.
Okay.
Right? So that's good. That's an added thing. The only problem is I don't know if that's already done in other scenarios, in other laptops, because they could very easily celebrate something that everyone else is like, yeah, that's how we do it. You know what I mean?
Most of the times, I guess it's just how they code it or how they kind of encrypt it. Right?
Yeah.
That's the main method. But you would never know. These companies would never tell you how they encrypt it.
Exactly.
Because it's like their tried and tested true method or whatever. Like it's their, what do you call that, proprietary method.
Yeah.
The only laptop brand I know that does encryption for their fingerprint, or at least they say they do, is Asus. So I reviewed one of their laptops. I think it's a ZenBook Flip S. So what they do is that the power button is quite cool. You press the power button, it also registers your fingerprint.
Ooh.
Yeah, same as the new MacBook.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it logs you in immediately. You don't
Yeah.
you have to press again, right?
Yeah.
So it stores it encrypted. And
Okay.
then once you log in, it flushes away the fingerprint.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
So if it's the same thing, again, they're doing it again. They are celebrating something that other people already
People-
did.
Yeah,
Like,
but
I mean,
do you think this feature is because of the pandemic? I mean everybody was leaning more into the whole face ID thing, and I was like, oh shit, we need the fingerprint thing
How you've
back.
got masks on.
Yeah.
No, actually, that's what something just fell. Never mind. No, but that's what a couple of comments, and I actually thought about this at the start, and I was like, okay, maybe it's not a big deal, but the iMacs don't have Face ID.
Yeah, they don't. I mean, they have a webcam.
Yeah, and they celebrated a lot
Yeah.
about the webcam and how it's
1080p.
1080p. Ooh, 1080p.
What? Okay.
Yeah. No, but okay, to be fair, a lot of what they're talking about why it's better has got to do more with computational photography and
Yeah.
computational videography
Yeah.
more than
Yeah,
how good the sensor is, which is fine. But yeah, no fingerprint no Face ID, no Windows Hello
Yeah.
equivalent. That's a surprise.
Yep.
Not yet. Probably next
No,
3
because
years.
it doesn't have the have the
hardware, it
LiDAR
needs the
sensor
hardware. Yeah.
to support
Yeah.
it. So
I don't think they find a reason to do that. Like they don't want to like.
It's again, it's probably either they don't want to add in because of cost, or number two, same thing. They want to make sure they do it right. They want to make sure
Yeah.
that it's secure. We are just basically speculating now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But they've been doing it for a long time.
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, where they
So-
like just take their time, and then when they do it, it's actually pretty.
Well,
good.
yeah, just making sure they get it right, like what
Yeah.
you said. Yeah.
Yeah. So
But, okay, overall, you think the iMac is going to be a success? Yes, no?
definitely.
Yes.
Think you will?
When has an iMac not been a success?
Even though I don't like the colors, but I think yes.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think it will sell well. I think they will have a lot of overstock for certain colors.
Yeah.
They should have this customizable color for
Oh,
corporates.
like engraving or
Yeah.
something.
engraving,
Yeah, that's
customizability.
cool.
Because it's basically
Change the Apple
powder
logo out.
coating.
They used to have it on the older iPhones, right? Or the
Even
older
on the
iPods.
iPods, yeah.
Yeah, on the iPods. I had mine
yeah, the
engraved as
colors
well.
were limited, but the engraving. So I don't see why they can't do colors. If it was
Yeah.
a big
Right.
a big order for a company, they
Yep.
could do that.
Yep.
It's just a case, right?
Yep, exactly.
That would be pretty cool. Imagine if you have a specific color for your company, you could do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Custom iMac.
It will like for if you're doing design and all that. I think the iMac is.
Matte black iMac.
Oh, that'll be. But with white bezel, bro.
Oh, yeah. Oh, shit. Is the bezel glossy?
Yeah.
Yep, it's glossy.
It's glass, what? Yeah.
Well, they still might do it. Who knows? But yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
iMac.
What?
yeah.
Yeah.
Talk 30 minutes about it.
That's our review. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it is still one of the like best displays in the market for like doing-
4.5K.
Yeah, but 4.5K.
Yeah.
It's so
Oh, and
weird as
21
well.
Wait,
and
4.5K
24
is the price or the
resolution.
resolution? What is the price?
The
Starts at
price.
1299
Yeah, USD.
US.
So that's 2,000?
Yeah, close to 2K.
Two-
yeah.
And
In Singapore, be
what's
2
the rough
plus lah.
specs of it?
Okay, so the rough specs about the iMac is M1 chip, of course. It comes with a 256 gig SSD, 8 GB of RAM. I think that's the base model. Okay, and then it's 11.5 millimeters thick, of course. Got 21.5 and 24 inch. I think.
Yeah, that's so weird.
Actually, it's not that expensive.
It's not. But
It's not
here's the thing, like 21, 24 inch.
4.5K resolution.
That's not very big.
500 nits of brightness.
It is not.
Wait, what's the aspect ratio?
It's probably like
16:9, right?
no.
Yeah.
Their aspect ratio always weird. It's not 16:9.
Ah, because it got a very weird resolution. So that's why they call it
Yeah,
4.5K.
Definitely not 16. Usually it's like 4:3 or like
Because-
Or Instagram size.
whatever. Yeah, it's damn weird one. It's like the video, you know. when
Oh,
you-
the video aspect
yeah,
ratio.
Whatever.
But,
lah.
okay.
Yeah, I find they should have made it bigger, like at least 27 inches.
Oh, Then it's going to go up by
The
another.
price will go up, yeah. But
Yeah.
anyway,
What's next?
Okay, so the next one on the list is, let me see. I need to check the list.
I'll just tell you.
No, it's the Apple
It's-
Card. It's the Apple
Oh,
Card.
the Apple Card?
Yeah, it's the Apple Card.
so Apple is now a bank.
Well, basically they've added the family
Kind of
feature.
saw that
Right.
coming.
Yeah. Which is basically like playing around with credit scores, right?
Yeah.
So it sort of shares someone's good credit score or something like that.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. So basically, they were saying that one of the negative aspects of credit scores in the US, which Singapore we also have credit rating,
Yeah.
is the fact that if you have a couple, you have one person that has got good credit score, another person that
Who's
does
bad.
not.
Yeah.
Yep.
It affects it. The negative one is more important.
Yeah.
So
Because
what
you
they do-
married
yeah.
that person.
Even if that one person has a good credit score,
It will not
they
pull it- it will
follow
not average
lah.
Yeah,
Okay,
they
okay.
won't average it out.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
what they're trying to do is to offer that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Which means that they're basically becoming a financial or like a fintech.
I mean,
that
that
what it's
is
called?
like the end game kind of thing, right?
What,
When you
world
go into-
domination?
Yeah, exactly.
Look at what
like
Razer's
everywhere.
doing.
Yeah.
So
Okay, yeah, I did want to ask you about the Razer card. Like, how is it? Like,
I can show you.
is it any similar to the Apple card at all?
There you go. So this is the Razer
Yes,
card.
very sleek.
But got no RGB.
Is it
It does.
necessary
When I
to get
tap,
one?
this lights up.
Are you serious?
Oh, that's
I
cool.
got the premium card. So the
See,
all-
that's
the
how they make
standard-
you spend money.
Yeah.
They're like, I want to light
My
it
card
up.
lights
Let's
up.
go and spend.
No, but okay. So here is my issue with e-payments and wallets and all that. Is the fact that no matter what, you're gonna have money stuck inside. And then
Yeah.
what do? It's like, oh shit, it's not enough. I'll top up again.
Top up again.
So it just creates a cycle of spending that money because
Yeah.
you have a little bit, you want to use it, you can't use it. You don't have the option, oh, can I pay like my Razer card half? And then I don't think you have that option. Maybe you do, but it'll be
Not-
very
not
specific. Like, oh, I've got $7.49 on my Razer card. Can I pay that?
Isn't that
And
just the
then pay
very
cash?
extreme? Like when you really reach the bottom, usually you would keep some form You're talking about emptying their cart.
Yeah, no, what I'm saying is it forces you to use it. And it comes to a point where you don't want to use it anymore. You got money that is stuck. It's very rare to be in a situation where you're so tun where, okay, now I use under
But that's like $3 or something, right?
Yeah, everybody says that. But
Hey, $3 is a lot, okay?
No, I mean, I can
I want to
agree.
buy one nasi lemak, how to use the Razer card.
Yeah. So like for me, I'll be like, $3, forget it. That could mean millions of dollars for Razer. Free.
That's true.
Of course.
So why wouldn't you want to do that? That 3 million sitting in the bank, creating interest every month.
$3
Who wouldn't
for
want to
3
start that
million?
if you had the capital
Yeah,
for
of
it?
course.
Yeah.
Okay. So what's new with the Apple Card then?
The Apple Card is basically the family thing, lah. So you can have
Yeah. The
multiple
card itself
family
is the
control.
same. It's just more of the features that they've added.
Yeah, so
Oh,
they've
okay.
added like a family thing, so like your kids can use it as well, and
That
like
sucks.
you can,
I don't think we have much to talk about that. Yeah.
and then you can add parental controls and
Yeah.
like, yeah,
Your kid
just
can use it, but
if you
parents
have that, don't get like your kid studying computer science. He's probably gonna hack your card or
It
some
still
shit.
blows
yeah.
my mind that parents have like supplementary cards for their kids.
Yeah,
It just makes it easier. I mean, sometimes
It
like,
makes it easier.
when they are booking like Grab or paying for food or something like that.
No, I'm not against it. In fact, it's good to teach your kids
Early,
financial
yeah.
responsibility at a young age. I have no problem with that.
Yep.
It just blows my mind that
That
it
they
is
do,
like that
yeah.
now. You know, like for me, when we didn't have car, I wasn't given a lot of money when I was a kid. Like, then when you grow up, you go through the stage where you're very bad with money.
Yeah.
If not for my wife, hello babe. If not for my wife, I would not have saving because I'll just be spending what I have. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
So, but it's actually excellent for kids to be taught, provided the parents actually teach them with the car and not just let the kids go crazy.
That's true. I mean,
Yeah.
we live in a different time, lah. I've met parents that were booking Grabs for their kids. I'm like, no. Last time when I was in primary school, I find my own way home. Like,
Yeah.
what's this booking? A
like just
car for
my
you
mom was
to-
like, okay, Tiru, first day I show you, next day all you come.
yeah. It's like, find your own way back.
Yeah,
But it's like last time it's like really take taxi. Uncle, can you tell me when $3 that I cannot already? So like drop me like not at my house but further away from
Further
my
away
house.
from the house.
Like, uncle, tell me when $3 then you stop. Like,
Yeah.
no money. already.
When the starting fare, I remember when I was a kid, the starting fare was like 120.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh! Wait, what?
Now it's like
Yes.
$3 plus.
How much
No,
is it now?
3 to
okay,
5.
my-
3 to
during-
4.
I can't remember the last time.
During when I was a kid, I think it was 250 or 220.
Nah, when I was
Now
a
it's
kid, it
3.
was 120. So same thing. I used to like, uncle, you drive until like $4, then you stop.
Uncle, tell me when $4, or even at the Cai Peng there, like, uncle,
yeah.
this one, but you tell me when reach $4. Or less than that.
And a lot of times, right, the uncle be like, boy, where you going?
Boy,
Yeah, I
where
say,
you
okay,
going?
never mind, you just pay me $4.
yeah. They're nice. These uncles are nice.
Okay, you just drive. $4 I give you.
To them, it's like, okay, they're maybe just going down the road.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and they see like this guy poor thing. Okay, never mind, I'll bring you there. lah. But anyway, in terms of the card, nothing much that we can
Nothing
talk about.
much.
lah. It's
Yeah,
not that
it's-
techy.
Yep.
I guess.
What's next?
Yeah. Okay, next one. AirTags.
Nice. I was waiting for this one.
Okay, so I have to say,
excited.
Look at you. Face.
you know
Very
why I'm so
excited.
excited? This is the first, I will say again, the first product from Apple since the iPod Touch. Where
Yes.
I'll be like, you know what? It is very well priced.
Yeah.
I would buy it. If I was already in the Apple
Yeah.
ecosystem, which I'm not. But if I was, I would buy it.
The
Yeah.
multiple if conditions that you have to go through before you buy
So
an Apple
it's
product.
like, yeah, but that's the nature of another thing that I don't like. The nature of it. If you want to use it, you have to be engulfed.
Yeah, in the Apple ecosystem.
Yeah, in the Apple ecosystem.
Yes.
But yeah, it's so, what is it? 29 US for one.
For one,
Yeah.
99 for 4.
yeah.
Yeah, which may seem expensive for the product,
Let me
but
convert
thinking about what you could plug it or connect it to save you from losing that thing,
Yep.
potentially invaluable.
$65 SGD.
Wait,
How
what?
is 29.65?
Wait.
Oh, the shit. Sorry, 29, right?
Yeah, 29. That's about 40-ish, 50.
39 is $40 and the 99 is 131 for 4.
I don't have a problem with that.
That's not a okay.
I mean, if you stick it on a camera or something, I don't know.
Okay, wait. For,
mic.
maybe for those who do not know what the air tracker is, can you just...
Oh,
Right.
sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the Apple AirTag is basically something like, what is it, NFC or something?
dongle
yeah, it's basically
thing.
like
NFC and Bluetooth
Yeah,
as well.
Bluetooth. So it's like a tag or a dongle that you hook on to whatever product that you have, and like basically you can use the Find My software in your iPhone, and then you can find for it, and it doesn't need Wi-Fi to work. Right? It just uses Bluetooth and uses NFC to like kind of work its way around, and you can actually ping off other Apple iPhones to try and find that.
That's a bit scary,
Right?
but
and some
kinda
people
cool
have
in a
an
way.
issue with that. Some people
Yeah.
have an issue
Yeah.
with that. But yeah, so technically you will find your product if you have an AirTag on it.
Yeah.
And if you're in the Apple ecosystem.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So this whole tracking thing isn't new. There's a company called Tao or something
Yeah,
like that.
Tao.
Yeah.
They did this kind of quite a while back. I even have another brand called Orbit that we use. But I'm very curious to see what Apple does with this. And like you said, it's affordable.
Yeah.
So it's
Tiles are a lot more expensive.
right.
Yeah.
And sorry, no, you go ahead.
The thing I wanted to check, because just watching the video, it seemed like there wasn't a map feature. It was just like a directional thing.
There is. On the website, you can see the map and you
Oh, it's
see
a
where
map.
it
Okay,
is.
so it's
Yeah,
everything.
it is, yeah.
Okay.
It's only when you get really close, and then there's an arrow that points to
Yeah,
you
yeah,
away,
yeah,
that
yeah.
kind of thing. Yeah.
Okay, that's great.
That's
Actually,
when it switches to Bluetooth, I believe.
Yeah.
I wonder if it can detect like levels. Can it do that? Like if
Probably.
Probably.
If it's
I
Bluetooth,
guess.
it can, and that's not old technology. I mean, that's not new technology.
How's the arrow gonna point just around?
Exactly.
It will just tell you that it's
because
another
it's
floor.
using
Another floor.
wait,
Yeah,
but it's using its gyroscope and all that. So in a way, there are some apps that can even detect like your altitude and things like that. So I'm just curious to see if this tile can actually detect which level it's on.
It can. Because of the Bluetooth standard that you use, I'm pretty sure it can. Because, okay, so I have a friend who works for a company that has been selling this Bluetooth technology to a lot of malls.
Right.
So I don't know whether it's integrated into Google Maps or you need to download that mall's app. It can tell you, it will direct you, and you can know which floor you're at using the Bluetooth. It'll tell you how to get to that shop.
Right, they have it for blind people as well,
Yeah,
right?
so there you go. So-
you have tags on the ground for like blind people.
So
to
it's
listen
it's not new technology. I'm
Just
pretty
integrated
sure,
well.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, but it's weird that you have to be in the entire Apple ecosystem.
No. I mean,
okay, I guess
anything that you buy from
not.
Apple,
I
you
guess
have.
not. But like, you know, it does come to the point whereby you think about security, like you're pinging off other people's iPhones.
So
what are they
I mean,
doing?
but like what we're doing with the Trace Together app thing, it's just a matter of how much you trust
Yeah.
the people
Yeah, of
controlling
course,
these things.
of course.
For us, I guess I can speak for most of us. We kind of trust the government that these pings.
Some of us.
Yeah, some of us. Very big disclaimer. So the Trace Together app for those from other countries is this little token that each Singaporean has, and basically it allows the government to know if we have been in contact with anyone with
Right.
the coronavirus.
Right.
So in other countries, they might be a bit more skeptical about it because you don't want people knowing where you are or who you have contact with. But to us, we were kind of okay with it because it was just like
I want to know if I'm infected.
yeah. That's more important than
Yeah.
like who did I pass by?
Yeah.
No, a lot of people, myself included, weren't exactly entirely comfortable. But I mean, desperate times call for desperate
Exactly.
measures.
Yeah, that's-
Yeah.
You're looking at the bigger picture,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Instead of
Yeah.
the individual
Correct.
worry. I think, to be honest, that's something that some countries are. I would say that's the problem. They're looking at more like, what about me, rather than
Right.
what about everyone, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
And Singapore wants to look at the whole thing, but we're not here to talk about the
Yeah.
coronavirus.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
That's another
yes,
episode.
I totally agree that some people will be skeptical, especially
Yeah.
because it's Apple, a big conglomerate giant like
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
and also because it is a US based company. So they always been like suing Facebook and all that
Yeah,
hearings and all that
yeah,
things,
yeah.
right? So I'm not sure how well this will be received, but I'm definitely someone that will trust in this technology because I don't think anyone has that much time to trace where I'm going.
Yeah.
So apparently it says here any iOS, iPad OS, or Mac OS device can find it
Yep.
as well. So all devices
That's
that have
actually more than security cameras in the whole world.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
No, but okay. So here's a couple of things. Honestly, looking at some of the lawsuits and all that kind of thing, right? I would trust Apple with my data more than Google or Facebook or anything else, because of the nature of the lawsuits. Okay, but that's a whole different
Yeah,
thing altogether.
okay.
The thing about it pinging the other devices, now apparently, from what I read up and what I've been told, that whole Find My infrastructure is a closed loop.
Right.
It's not connected to
To
any
Wi-Fi,
data.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
one thing. The other thing is your devices are not used to gather information. It's basically used as a beacon,
Right.
and very loosely similar to a mesh Wi-Fi,
Yeah.
where it just helps to expand the network. You know, can Apple abuse this? Totally.
Yeah.
But right now we have to take their word for it and say that it's not lah. So, but that's basically how it works. So it's one of those things where, you know, if the power falls to the wrong hand, blah blah blah. But right now I actually don't have a problem with it per se, as long as they do it like
Yeah,
well.
I'm sure someone will test it out. There are
Yeah.
like really good programmers out there that can break down all this and like kind of test out what data packets they're sending over the internet
Yeah.
and like what's being done during the Find My whatever software it's running. But yeah, it's a good thing though. Like you don't lose your stuff.
I personally,
Generally,
Yes,
that is the idea.
Generally, that's pretty good.
You don't lose your stuff.
I personally feel the AirTags and the iPad Pro, which is coming later on, are the two best things to come out of the event.
Yeah, of course.
Okay. You know what this actually reminds me of? You all watch Batman, the one
one?
with the Joker one, the one with the Joker.
The Dark Knight. Is
yes.
It? Yeah.
Which
whichever that
Joker?
one.
The second movie.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
second movie.
They had this scene where he had the technology to ping off all the cell phones
Yep.
around
Yeah.
and have this radar. So this is kind of a dystopian, utopian
it
kind
is.
of technology,
It is.
which is like it's quite surprising. It's not surprising, but yet surprising. It's coming to life. You know, pinging off devices that everybody carries. Kind of scary, but kind of cool in a
Can you
way.
imagine if Android like Google does it?
Yeah, I mean,
That's
the thing is that
worldwide.
they've already gotten all the devices in our
With,
hands.
with Google Assistant, it's already happening.
It's already happening. Yeah.
And I knowingly still use it.
Yeah.
It's convenient.
Yeah.
It's convenient.
The only thing that I think, okay, I'm not much of a techie or this kind of data processing thing, but the only thing I think is lacking is the processing of this much data. They are collecting data, right?
Right.
Like, you talk about something today, it will
Yeah.
appear on your phone tomorrow. So somebody is listening, I just don't know who.
Mm-hmm.
But it's the amount of processing that the companies have to do to narrow down. So
Yeah.
they are listening to the whole world, but it's just how much they can filter.
How much they want to filter out.
How much, yeah,
Of
and
course.
how important you are, right? Of
course.
If I'm,
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, your governments are watching. Okay, this is going to become like a conspiracy theory podcast.
Yeah, I think
Let's
we
not
should
go
move
there.
on. I think we should.
Wait,
Yeah.
one last thing.
Yeah.
The scary thing about this this tag, if I brought one and I put it into Theo's bag, he doesn't know that I'm tracing him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
that's true.
can be used as a, what do you call it? Spy.
Yeah, spying.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
technology.
okay, it's a significant size. It's not like
It's
the size
big,
of a
it's
pea.
bright.
So-
Dude, it is the size of a battery, like the flat battery, right?
No,
If it's
a
at
bit
the
bigger.
base of your bag,
Actually, that's
then
one thing I
wouldn't.
wanted to say. Another thing that separates it from the tile. The tile's battery is built in. Once that battery is spent, so is that tile.
Yes, the lifespan.
This
yeah.
one uses your regular CR2032 battery, like my Nvidia Shield. That
The
very
ones in
common.
the-
So you can open
cell.
and replace.
Yeah, so you can open and replace it, and it lasts a whole year.
Can you imagine if you lose your stuff and then the battery's dead?
That's what happened to the Orbit. Orbit one is also interchangeable, but after a while the battery died and I didn't bother replacing it. So there
Right.
is a slight hassle, but it really depends on how often
Like how
you use it.
diligent you. Yeah.
I would say, I don't know. Maybe if you're in a family, get a set of 4. You know, try it out first before you get
tag
more.
your kids.
Tag your kids. Oh my gosh, this is so good. You put it into your kids' shoes. If they
Be
get
careful
kid-
of shot.
No. Like if you get kidnapped, if your kid get kidnapped,
Yeah,
you can
yeah.
trace them. Like
Yeah.
you don't need the police. The police like, did you buy the Apple AirTag?
Mhm.
Hey, let's go.
Hey, let's go.
Yeah,
You know what? If I'm gonna tag my kids, I'm gonna do it right. Stick it on the ear.
right in the middle.
What color you want?
Please return to James. this.
Oh god.
the keychain
Yeah.
attachment.
Yeah.
It's only about 39 something. Okay, they have a I don't know how to pronounce it.
Hermes.
Hermes.
Not
Yeah,
Hermes,
I saw that.
freaking 10 times the price.
Hermes. I
because
think,
of cost.
Bro, like, even though it's 10 times the cost and I don't know the brand, I'm tempted to get. You know,
It's a designer
that's what
brand.
marketing does.
It's a designer brand.
Yeah, it's I know it's a designer brand, but I'm not into like fashion and stuff like
Right,
that.
right.
But when there's something
Obviously.
out, when there's something that was uncalled for. That was uncalled for.
Okay.
Yeah. So the marketing of it, that knowing that there's something better,
Right.
is so tempting. That's the whole
I
consumerism
don't know.
thing.
Okay,
right?
okay, it doesn't work for me. But that's because it's fashion. If it was something else like tech, I'll be like, I want.
Right. Even
Yeah.
though the price is ridiculous, you want it.
Yeah, like your
it's-
goddamn slider. It's poisoning me now as we speak. It's giving this beautiful shot now.
I know, right? You don't need an assistant.
Ah,
Yeah.
$4,000, man.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Yep.
Put a tag on that. Put
No.
a tag on
At $4,000, I could either buy the Rhino Arc or an actual Rhino.
Yeah.
that. No, you can't. No, you can't. Right. Okay. So, AirTags done.
Great. Yeah,
Great
love it.
product. We love it. We probably James is gonna buy it. Maybe do a review.
I know, right? Wait. Can,
That's
All I can say is that it looks nice.
It looks nice.
yeah, it does.
Oh, my
Right.
wife has an iPhone, so maybe
Maybe. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I can. Oh, but no, I can't trace her. She can trace me.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Where is this man going?
My gosh.
It's like, what's he doing? What's he doing? Then you find I'm always at like a burger joint.
Oh, he's eating again.
He's
It's
eating
fine.
again.
That'd be kind of cool. I feel like getting it and like putting it in the cars. Like, don't know which level I park and things
Oh,
like that.
that's
right?
a good one.
Yeah, we put one in Tiru's pocket so we know why he's late.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like,
that's true.
like if you say like I'm on the way, then it's like he's still at home. Like, bro.
It's called Indian time.
IST.
All right.
Okay.
What do
Next
you
up,
have next?
is the purple iPhone.
Oh, fuck that.
Can we just move on?
Okay, sure.
It's
purple.
I'm not going to waste any more time on
It's
it.
amazing.
It's Barney the
purple.
dinosaur.
It's okay. Yeah, let's move on. It's
Hey,
not.
guess what? I bought new underwear. It's red. Move on.
Oof. But like, there's no like. Okay, never mind. At least the red had a reason. Like it was to donate to the foundation, like the breast cancer foundation, I think.
So is this one? Is the purple one for what? Donate to Barney?
I don't
Purple
know.
hearts. Something, you know.
I think just for the fun of it. Yeah. Okay, let's move on.
All right. Okay.
Right. The next one, Apple TV 4K. Apple TV. There was actually something that caught my eye in this, but we'll just talk about it in a while.
What, the
So basically,
the
the
new
Apple
scrolly
TV,
wheel?
the last time it got released was in 2017 as well, with the previous iMac. It's kind of like a thing, like they released that together.
Mm-hmm.
And it now has the A12 Bionic chip.
That's
right?
on the iPhone 12?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, not 12, 10, I think. Because the 12 was 14, right?
I can't remember. So I think it's in
I
the
think-
X or 11. On the
I
11.
can't remember. The A12
Yeah.
was...
I think it's 11.
Okay, either 10 or 11.
Yeah. So it plays HDR video at higher frame rates, also powerful enough to support 60 FPS Dolby Vision. So they've this thing with the Dolby Atmos and everything. So they all have that. It doesn't support 120 Hertz yet, right? Even though you can play games on it.
Okay.
And of course, it's a 4K TV. And they've redesigned the remote. Have you seen the remote?
Yeah, I saw a bit of it.
Actually,
so
I
it's
have
got
a-
actual buttons now.
I have a lot to say about it because a friend of mine has an Apple TV. And he complains about it all the time. And I've actually
Right.
asked him to film the remote so we can use it as B-roll.
Yeah, sure.
So the original one was glass. It looked really good. Okay, but first of all, the trackpad was very hard to use. It was very hard to click. And more importantly, because it was glass, it cracked so easily. Like
Right.
Yeah,
after he bought
remotes
it very
can-
quickly, the corner was just
My
shattered
gosh,
already.
Yeah.
remotes need to be very durable.
And he has kids. I mean, I don't know if the kids play any part in the damage, but you don't need
Kids always play
to-
a part in the damage.
you don't need a glass
was a kid
remote.
once.
It's so weird.
Yeah, no, but well, just the top part.
Yeah, but still.
I don't know how it broke, but the fact is that it easily broke.
Yeah.
I
It's
don't know. I think
very easy
Apple's
to
thought process like, people live in glass boxes. They all take
They're
care
all
of their things.
elegant
They're all
and, like,
elegant. You
yeah.
just place it slowly. They all have like butlers and stuff like that.
Yeah, every remote is placed perpendicular to the table. Like
So, but you see the marketing spin here?
Yeah.
They are basically correcting a mistake.
Yeah.
But we redesigned the
Yeah.
remote.
And people are gonna hop on it.
Yeah.
Durable remote. Let me get that one. Yeah.
I mean, you're so happy with the fact that, oh my god, it actually will last. Like, really? Is that your standard now?
that's true. That's the marketing.
Yeah, it's the
Fixing
marketing.
fixing a mistake that shouldn't be there in the first
Yep.
place.
Yeah.
Like their butterfly key switches
But you would
and all
still
that.
get it. You would still get
Yeah, I
it.
still get it. No, actually, the Apple TV itself, it's putting the A12 chip inside is genius.
Yeah.
Really, really good idea.
Yeah. So basically, the Apple TV is 179 USD, which is 237.
That's actually really good value because to date, I've always said that the best media box is the Nvidia Shield. I've had it for I mean, they already have a new version which is more powerful.
Right.
I've had mine for 4 years now. Still works beautifully. I will admit, my remote died. But that's also because a kid, one of my friends came over and the kid was like just treating it like a stick and damaged it. But yeah, so I bought a new remote. But other than that, it still works beautifully. I love it. It's still, to me, the best. Android TV OS in itself already is one of the best.
Yeah.
But that device, it uses their, which is also an ARM chip, by the way. I think the Tegra chip is the
I think
NVIDIA
so, yeah.
Tegra chip.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also works beautifully. But this Apple TV is going to give it a run for its money now. It's
Yeah.
easily more powerful.
Nice.
It's okay. Yeah. So the 179 USD is for the 32 gig model, which is $240, and then we have the 64 gig model that will be coming out, which is 199, which is 270.
At face
SGD.
value, I would say it's good. It's good.
But the remote is
Please tell me it's together.
Oh no. Okay, it's together. Yeah.
Oh
They
my
also,
gosh.
okay. So basically, say Apple's also selling the older Apple TV, the 1080p one for
With an upgraded remote.
with the new remote for $149.
You see, it's
USD.
another indication that they know that the old remote is shit. Otherwise,
Yeah.
why wouldn't
Why
they
would
just
you
sell you the
just
old
buy?
remote?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. Forgive my lack of knowledge of the Apple TV.
Sure.
Why does it need memory space? Is it something you download and store, like an iPod kind of thing?
Probably movies.
It's less of a streaming device.
Okay, so you have a few options. You got streaming, and
Yep.
even streaming, it still needs to buffer. So it copies a temp file. It basically sort of temporary
Yeah.
as buffer, and
To
then
memory,
after that, your
yep.
temp file, and then it clears it, so you need space. That's one.
Yes.
Number two, you can rent movies.
Yeah.
From the
Yeah.
iTunes
So
store.
my assumption is if you rent, and you can probably download some offline, I assume. So you would need space, and the operating system in itself will probably be a few gigabytes. Anyway.
Yeah, and games.
And games, yes.
games.
Games
What
is
what,
like
what
their
kind
main
of games
push.
are we
so
talking
they have
about?
Apple arcade games.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's not those big ones. It's like those arcade games that
Like
Yeah.
what
creators
controller
make.
do you use? The remote.
the remote or
What?
like whatever controller you can find.
I'm
I guess.
sure you
I'm
can
sure they have
connect
controllers.
something. Yeah, I'm sure you can connect a remote.
Okay, okay.
I bet Apple will come up with like a gaming controller like, soon.
Okay, okay.
And of course, you can download your usual. I mean, you got the support for the usual apps, Netflix, YouTube.
So not only
Blue.
do you need this box, but you need a subscription to, like an account.
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
To-
You need an
you're
account,
still
not a
paying for-
subscription. Subscription is whatever app you have, lah. But
No, Apple Arcade requires a subscription. If
Oh,
I
sorry.
remember correctly.
Yeah, okay,
So
yeah.
like certain things require a subscription, which is weird, but
Really?
you
Is it
have
weird?
yeah. And I
It's
know,
quite
no, I
standard.
mean, like I still feel like even though we live in this day and age, we gotta like if we pay for hardware, we shouldn't be paying for subscription.
in this particular case, I don't think that's
I
right.
think more things are moving into subscription nowadays because they know that
Yeah.
hardware, you buy it, but then they still need that
Yeah,
income,
because it lasts
you know?
long, so they
It
kind
lasts
of like
long, so it's it's like okay, the recent Arlo cameras, my trial ended, so now I need to pay about $4.90, almost $5 a
Right,
month to
right.
keep the service of it detecting people and recording library, that kind of thing. So even though the camera was cheap, the subscription will add up after all, and it's
Yeah.
like an income that keeps going to them. Even though
Yeah.
it's cheap and it's $5 a month, it's negligible. You add that up with millions of people around that are using it. It pays them. It pays them
yeah.
very well.
I think this is the method that Japanese companies should have used back in the day when their products lasted freaking 10 years, 20 years. They would have made a shit ton of money.
because
Like,
you're paying now constantly for the service,
Yeah.
rather than the product.
Yeah.
right.
Honestly, I don't have a problem with it. I know a lot
If
of
it's a
people
small amount,
are
it's
very
fine. Yeah.
cynical about it. But you have to understand the company's point of view. I mean, it can be very easily abused, I know.
Yeah.
But look at it as like security camera. We talk about Arlo. Like, you need that kind of service. I mean, if you didn't have that service and you wanted to record, what are you going to do? You're going to buy your own hardware.
Yeah.
No, the thing is that how to say, you can there are other brands. I think Ring is one of them that does not need a subscription. But basically, what you can
No,
connect
Ring
it-
does.
I don't.
Ring does.
There's one other brand that doesn't need a subscription
Yeah,
because there's
yeah.
ways around it. You can store it in an internal SSD. The thing that irks me is that the features that I'm paying for is just an alert notification, the storage,
The
30
basic
days.
necessities
yeah,
of a
which
camera.
which actually they could provide already. It's just an on and off switch. To
So
them.
if, let's say, the camera was maybe double the price but gave you that, would you be okay?
yes, I would rather pay upfront than a subscription because I subscribe to a lot of shit.
Yeah, me
like
too.
Adobe, Cloud, all these things. It adds up after a while because
Right.
when you do your finances, you realize like, where's all my money going to? Oh yeah, every month I'm paying for Adobe
Yeah.
Premiere Pro. I'm paying for Spotify, Netflix, Disney Plus. Now the Arlo. These things add up to hundreds. You know.
No, okay. Adobe, that pisses me off. I use Adobe as well. I
Yeah,
also
I do.
hate the fact that I have to pay a subscription for software. But things like Netflix and subscriptions for content, that one
That's
I have
fine.
I have no problem.
Yeah.
I mean, when you mentioned
agree.
that it was if you feel that you buy a hardware, then it should be free. I don't agree in that sense because if you buy a TV, does it mean that you shouldn't be paying for what you're watching? No, it's a medium for you to watch
Right.
what you want to
That's
watch.
true. That's
Right,
true.
right.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and
Programs
if-
wise, that's what you mean. What you mean?
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Like you can watch
like
Netflix
you
on
can't
it.
say that if I buy the
Utilities.
Apple TV I should be able to watch. No, that's not how it works.
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
talking
yeah.
about a medium to watch what you
Yeah,
want to watch.
I agree.
I'm okay with the subscription. You know, I'm still okay that I'm still happy that we are still at a point where it's still not as expensive as cable because I hated cable.
Yeah.
You know, I'm still okay with it. It can easily get out of hand. I agree.
Yep.
And you have a choice. People
Right.
don't give you like, oh, this plan, this stupid bundle. You know, like you go Starhub, they will force you to get a bundle.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So
They've
this
kind of
doesn't-
changed up their method as well.
So
yeah.
I'm still okay with it. Whether I'm still okay with it a few years from now, we'll see
We'll
how
see.
it changes.
So those of you who are curious, like what is the subscription like? So if you buy an Apple device, you get 1 year free, like for Apple TV Plus.
that's pretty cool.
So you have it's $698 SGD per month for Apple TV Plus.
I
But
don't know
think
their
this is for-
content, so I can't see whether
yeah,
it's
it's
good or
the
not.
Apple content lah,
Yeah.
basically. So yeah, that's about it for that one. Yeah,
Cool.
yeah.
All right. So
What else about the Apple TV? Let me just. Yeah, okay. That's it. That's the Apple TV.
I think the best part about it is really putting the A12 chip inside. I think that's
but
a really good thing.
I'm just wondering like how like Apple content doesn't really go much here. You know, like
What do you mean?
like people aren't really interested in that much in Apple TV content. So how viable is it for someone here to buy an Apple TV? It's very rare.
Is it really that they're not interested in the content, or is just not that widely used because it is a pricey? I mean, like in the US, you've got lesser options than here. Like I can go and buy a $40 Android.
Yeah, of course.
You know?
You could buy a Google like Chromecast.
Yep.
Yeah.
Make your non-smart TV a smart
And
TV.
let's be honest, there are a lot of very grey area streaming services available here.
There is.
Exactly. Yeah.
So
But we should not buy that.
yes, no,
We do not condone
No.
that.
Yeah.
Right.
no.
Okay.
Don't.
Do not.
But anyway, yeah. So I don't think it's an issue with the content. I just think that because of the price, it's not going to have the same kind of reach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not that well versed here yet. Right. I think they should. Maybe if it could find my tag off the Apple TV, maybe I'll buy it.
Oh, but my friend,
I
the one
wouldn't be
that
surprised if they would do that.
my friend that has the older one, right?
Right.
Joakim, hi Joakim.
Oh.
He loves it.
Right.
He loves it, and I will admit it's very polished.
Right.
In terms of the interface, it's very.
It's an
polished.
Apple product
Yeah.
after all. Like it's the benefit of the OS, like of having one OS for everything.
Yeah.
It's like that. And that's why most of their phones always last long and are always fast.
Okay, I know.
Yeah.
I'm not going to get into that now.
I mean, yeah, it's generally fast.
All right.
Okay.
Okay, so that's the Apple TV. Now let's go to our favorite one, the iPad Pro with the M1 chip. Right. So
before that, can I ask, like when they originally released the M1, right? Was there a release for a MacBook Air and the M1? It was, right?
MacBook Air and MacBook Pro.
MacBook Pro.
This is
MacBook
the
Air,
MacBook Pro
and
that
then
you
what was the
The Mac Mini.
Mac Mini, right?
Yeah, the
so it
Mac
was
Mini.
those three devices, right?
Yes.
So do you think, like to me, it seems like the iPad Pro has sort of killed off the MacBook Air with one major difference: the operating system.
Yeah.
Because the iPad Pro is still iPad OS and the MacBook uses Mac OS. But in terms of performance, what's the difference?
No, not much
Yeah.
difference actually. Just that you have a better camera on an iPad and you have pen support.
Yeah.
But there's no keyboard. You know, like
you
you
can
have
buy the
to buy
keyboard.
You
You can
have
buy
to
the
buy
keyboard.
a keyboard.
But I really don't see the point of the MacBook
Let me
Air
go and
anymore.
compare the price. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
To me, typing on a makeshift keyboard always feels funnier than an actual
Yeah.
laptop.
True.
I think it's somewhat of a personal preference. It's like how sometimes you would rather work on a desktop than a laptop.
Have you ever used that keyboard on the iPad Pro?
I've used it.
How was it?
You mean on an iPad?
The
or-
iPad Pro keyboard, the additional one that you
It
buy.
feels funny.
Okay.
Because they have to keep it compact.
So it's like the Windows.
It's
the
a bit
Surface Pro,
flimsy, but you know,
like the
it's
Surface
not,
Pro keyboard kind of thing.
Yeah, it's like tactile, right?
Yeah,
It's a
you
bit
don't
tactile
feel
and-
like you're actually on a computer.
Yeah,
it feels
it's,
weird.
it's not like you want to sit down. Like, okay, so this MacBook Pro, the M1 chip one, makes me want to, and my ThinkPad as well. I think these are the two best keyboards, right? Because I'm a keyboard person.
Yep.
So, yeah. I think these are the two best keyboards on any laptop out there, right? I've gone to the Asus one. You know,
Try
I've tried
the
that.
LG Gram. I really like.
I've tried the LG Gram one
You
as
didn't
well.
like it?
No, I
Oh,
think these
okay.
two make me want to sit down and do my work.
Oh.
That's how good these keyboards are, and like they've done it right.
But
I
that's
mean-
because they move back from the butterfly system.
Yes,
Yeah.
it was a good move. Do that, right? The older keyboards work, then just stick with that. But yeah, on the price, the iPad Pro, the new one starts at 1129, right? The 11-inch display.
USD?
No, SGD. SGD, yeah. 1129
Oh yeah, I
SGD.
think it's like 799.
Right, the
USD,
12.9 inch is 1509, the base price.
Wait,
But
does that make it more expensive than the MacBook Air already?
the MacBook Air base price starts at 1299.
Interesting.
And it's with the M1 chip. Same storage, same 7-core
Okay,
GPU.
one thing I wanted to say about the iMac also, same thing. Now, just because you have the same chip does not mean you get the same performance.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Of course.
Right? Because they would clock it differently depending on the kind of
Yeah.
cooling that you get on the device.
Ah.
So like the MacBook Pro would
Yeah.
be a lot more powerful because they can add fans, they can
Yeah,
add cooling,
yeah, yeah,
so
yeah.
they
Yeah.
would they would boost up the clock speed. Whereas for like the iPad and all that,
They might
they would
limit it lah.
definitely clock it down.
Yeah.
But that's the benefit of them making their own chips. They
Yeah.
just have to tune it differently. And
Yeah.
manufacturing fabrication cost is a lot lower because they're using the same chip.
Yep.
Yeah. So don't expect the same power as in a MacBook Pro. That's not how it works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think like you said, it might phase out the MacBook Air because the only real difference here is the keyboard.
When we talk about
And that
practicality,
can be developed.
yeah, but
Yeah.
some people would still like what Sean mentioned. They would still
It's the
prefer
feel, you know.
that form factor.
Yeah.
right?
I mean, like you say, the OS does make you feel a bit different. The the iPad ones are very entertainment based, very
Right.
quick access. Whereas
Yeah.
the iMacs and the what do you call it, the MacBooks are more, I don't know how to call it, utilitarian, like functional.
Yeah.
The way you store and organize your files properly. It's less flicky flacky. I don't know what
Yeah.
the word is for it.
Yeah,
but
right.
you get what I mean.
Yeah, yeah,
The
yeah.
feel is totally different.
It's a bit flimsy. I think they can do like a Surface Book approach as well. Have you seen that one?
yeah,
The bendy bottom
yes,
and then they
yes,
plug
a
in.
hybrid of both.
And then it's like a keyboard. But
Yeah.
it's a bit weird to carry that around.
But the OS is still a Windows.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
It's not
still not-
tablet.
it's
thing,
not
right?
tablet.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
a
yeah.
Windows
Pure
OS.
So
Windows,
then, in that way, I feel it. Yeah, but they can't put a Mac OS into the iPad. That would just feel.
No, but
weird.
their Windows one has like the tablet Windows,
They
right?
have.
They have the
yeah.
tablet Windows.
But for the
right?
Surface, it's not, right? It's the.
The Surface, if it's
No,
touchscreen,
Surface are all full 64-bit Windows.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's Windows,
Yeah.
Windows lah.
Windows
with
yeah.
touch pen support, lah.
Yeah. So what I mean is like they'll never put the iMac OS into the iPad because that would just feel
Yeah,
weird.
that would be weird.
See, that's the thing. I'm going to make a prediction here, and I'm saying it on camera so that I can brag about it one day. Okay, I suspect, and I'm expecting Apple to do away with iPad OS. Is it called iPad OS?
It is called
Yeah.
iPad OS.
I feel like they're gonna do away with iPad OS and only have
It's their
iOS
best
and Mac
OS,
OS.
though. It's their best OS though.
Really? Why?
Yeah, I think the amount of support the iPad OS has and the productivity on that, the way you move, the way you like use
But
it.
it's a compromise though. It's sort of a hybrid.
But if you get rid of it, then what
Similar.
about apps?
No,
Similar.
even Mac OS supports your iOS app. Supports
does?
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, sorry, I'm not a Mac user.
Yeah, I know, but
I didn't know
yeah,
that.
I spoke to a
Okay,
lot of
okay,
people. I
I-
check a lot of videos. So I'm finding now iPadOS starting to get a bit redundant because
Right.
iPadOS was sort of like a hybrid of like, oh, I want a iOS like OS because of the limitations of my chip, but I want to give you the laptop experience.
Right.
But now you've got the M1 chip. There's no need to sort of make those compromises anymore.
Right.
But what about functionality?
Yeah, like the drawing
You
and-
see how Windows and how Microsoft did that whole tablet OS. It's sort of
yeah,
like-
yeah.
I think that's how Mac OS is going to shift slightly because Apple is going to do it better. Microsoft
But
sucked
okay,
at it bad.
let's talk about this. This is Apple. They want to make money.
Yeah, so why put in that money and the development for another OS?
But if you split two OS and sell it
Yeah.
as two different products,
Yeah, that's
you earn a
true.
lot more money.
no,
Yeah.
why?
Because
You're still
it's not
selling
much
another
difference.
product.
It's not much difference between the two OSs. Like it's just software-wise upgrades and basically having touch support or pen support even. But like the OS are not very different from each other, so it's not much work in that sense of having those two OSs and maintaining them.
But in terms
But
of product.
Yeah, in terms of redesigning a new product and to have that original Mac OS turn into an iPad OS, it's a bit weird. Like you're effectively you're saying, you know what, we feel like you shouldn't be buying two products. We're gonna make it into one, and then
No, but what I'm saying is someone who like, there's some people who a tablet will be the only device that they have. For
Right.
some people, the phone will be the only device that they have.
Right.
Like, unless you're like a tech geek or you're a huge Apple nerd, you would buy the entire ecosystem, right?
yeah,
So, but I don't know. It's my prediction because I've been using PC my whole life. My whole mindset has all been towards practicality. I feel like they might do it. I could very well be wrong because I don't understand iPad or iPad people. Oh,
Right.
sorry, Apple or Apple people.
Apple.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm starting to understand them more and more. That's all I'm saying. Like I'm not becoming a fanboy,
Yeah.
but like there are certain things that the MacBook or the Mac OS and the iPad OS is better.
Oh, for
than
sure,
what-
for sure.
Yeah,
But
and
the mindset, I don't know. Okay, but
there's
anyway,
always this mindset. I think that's got to do with the price.
Yeah.
Like, right. Like
Yeah.
you know that okay, if I buy an iPad, it's going to last quite a while, right? I mean, if it's already a tried and
Yeah.
tested iPad, right? And it's gonna be used. I'm gonna be using it a lot. These things are used a lot everywhere. Every time I go to school, iPad everywhere.
Yep.
Right. Especially business school, even now in computing as well, because these processors are pretty good. You can do computing on an iPad, right? And of course, design don't even need to say. You can draw. That's how good it is, right? Now with the 120 hertz screen, right? And of course with their pen, it's something that other tablets have not touched yet. Right? Samsung S7, the tablet was
Actually,
almost
Apple
there.
is the only one that has made the tablet work, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's everything. Everyone has been out of the game for so long, and then you have the tablet.
Because the
S7.
sales weren't there, lah.
Yeah,
No way to
and
catch up, man.
There's no way to catch up. The iPad has been done and like
Dominated,
perfected and
yeah.
dominated in that sector.
So you feel like the iPad will stay?
Will stay. In fact, I feel like they would keep the iPad Pro and take out the MacBook Air.
Oh no, I'm talking about OS wise.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
like
yeah, as in,
iPad
okay,
OS
let's
and
say-
like Mac OS.
Right. OS wise, I think they will keep the iPad OS because
They'll
it's a
still keep-
different productivity style. Like it's different. Like the way you do things, which apps are forefront and which apps are you using more, right? And what is the iPad more used for, right?
Yeah,
It's a different thing.
That's a very good
It's a
point.
bit different
That's a
use
very good
case.
point.
Yeah.
Like what you say, yeah.
It's a very different use case. And of course, you talk about the travel factor, right? Oh, I travel a lot. I've got to carry heavy things. But the MacBook Air is not as heavy, right? You still have a keyboard on it. But the iPad is just so much easier. It's flat, right? It's like that one slab you take
Yep.
out, and then you have the pen.
Yeah.
You just
So
jot
wouldn't
down.
it be a selling point if my iPad had Mac OS on it?
Okay, that's the thing. I don't want it to be overcomplicated.
Yeah.
You
It's
find
like-
Mac OS complicated?
Yes.
Mac
on
OS is
a
slightly more.
touchscreen iPad, I think it will be complicated
It'll
to
be
go
slightly
into
more
your
complicated.
files and
Yeah.
things like that. I
Definitely.
rather, because the thing about the iPad is that it's a condensed, easy to use
condensed.
version.
Yeah.
This app, it makes you also compact yourself a bit more, be a bit more efficient.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
an efficiency device. You don't need
Yeah.
all your files. You just need what is on the cloud or what's able to do on
That's true,
the
that's
thing.
true.
Like so that's, I think, like what you said, the iPad OS will be around.
It's the perfect mix of the iPhone OS and the
Yeah, that one
the
I
Mac OS.
agree. It's a very good mix. But anyway, so my prediction, I don't know. I'm not as sure now because you guys made very good points.
I
Very
mean,
good
we are
points.
the disbelievers, right? So you are the believer.
It's not so much believer in this,
But, like,
this
that's
case,
your theory.
that's my
Yeah.
theory. I
Yeah.
feel like iPadOS might die. They might make some changes to Mac OS
Yeah.
so that it still works on the iPad Pro.
Yeah, yeah.
But I don't know. It's my guess.
I
We'll
mean,
see,
I
we'll
mean,
see.
there are some hints of the iPad or like the iOS in MacBook, like the way like certain the app drawer itself. Like there's an app drawer now, so like you can kind
Yeah,
of like
correct.
Let me just check that out here so they can see as well. Oh dear, where's the app?
I'll
drawer?
be very surprised if I'm right. But at the same time, I still can't help feel that way.
Yeah, so you look at the app drawer.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
the iPad OS, right?
Yeah.
So like you have everything here and like it's basically you can use it like an iPad,
Yeah.
but it's still keyboard,
It's still different.
trackpad.
It feels
the
different.
efficiency of the trackpad is also different
Yep.
from the iPad.
Yeah, yeah.
Right. So that's touchscreen. You're still gonna make some mistakes on touching, and then so if you want the iMac OS experience or the Mac OS experience, then you get a MacBook. Right. So yeah, I feel like it may be less likely. I'm not saying it's not gonna happen.
Okay,
Maybe
okay.
less likely.
Let's leave it as we'll see.
We'll
Yeah,
see.
we'll
We'll
see.
see. We'll see.
It's
Okay.
good. It's good to have this
Yeah.
predictions.
Okay. So so let me just like talk about the specs
Oh, yeah.
very quickly.
Okay.
Yeah, we gotta say the specs, right? So it's got a new mini LED display.
Yes.
Mini LED display.
Hey, and another marketing term. They talked
Mini
about how
LED.
they developed the mini LED.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they got it from a supplier.
My friend was like, my friend was like watching the event with me and he was like, I'm not sure they understand what LED is.
Oh yeah, when they explained it, right?
Yeah.
I remember like, oh, you made it. So basically, what they're saying, it's it's LED, but we made it mini. I said down there, I'm like,
Huh?
what?
I guess it works. Like, every small LED is a different color and then like you have more LEDs, you get better color reproduction.
But
and all
that's the thing. But that wasn't even how they animated it in
Yeah,
the
exactly,
event.
that's
I'm
the
like,
thing.
no, those are not LEDs, bro.
Right, so mini LED technology, both on the
Oh,
11
but
inch.
that's on the Pro only, right?
Yeah, it's on the Pro.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, the Air doesn't have it, but I mean the
regular iPad.
Yeah, so it comes in 11 inch or 12.9 inch models. By the way, let me just tell you guys, I am looking to buy an 11 inch iPad Pro. So on the 30th, I am going to buy an iPad.
Wow.
Right. So and I will do my review on it, of course, because I feel like it's better. I mean I'm using the MacBook, but this is the company's one.
Okay.
So
So
like
pre-orders in Singapore also 30th April?
30th April.
Actually, that's
Yeah.
great.
And
Great
it'll
thing
come
about
early
Apple
May.
stores in Singapore. It arrives at the same time.
So it will come early May.
I think early May or like mid-May, that kind of.
Can I borrow it?
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. I
guys.
start my own local Apple store.
No, I'm very excited about the mini LEDs
Yeah.
because I've been waiting for Apple to do it because when Apple does it, all the other people will start doing it. And mini
Yeah.
LEDs are the answer to gaming laptops
Yeah.
or to laptops in general.
Yeah.
Because you can't have OLED. And I've
Yeah.
said this many times already.
It's too expensive and it's
Too expensive. It's so susceptible to burn in. It
Yeah.
doesn't make sense to have it on a screen that's going to have a lot of static images.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So mini LED is the answer.
Right. And then it includes the screen brightness is 1600 nits of peak brightness. That's actually a lot.
Wait, 1600?
Nits, yes.
1,600.
1600 nits of brightness.
Normal lah.
Are you wait,
phones
are you
all
serious?
already.
No, like computers are like 500 nits. 400
No,
nits.
for a good monitor.
Yeah.
On average, it's like if you buy those budget like Prism
Yeah,
Plus
yeah,
and all that,
yeah.
mostly around
but-
300, 400.
But these are
Yeah.
monitors. These are not tablets. Tablets or phones.
Yeah.
Phones, what do we have now? The
Phones are
Samsungs are at
Yeah, 1000.
1300,
like,
yeah, but
1500.
that's because that's an OLED.
Right. I mean, these are mini LEDs.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's crazy.
Million to 1 contrast ratio, 120 hertz refresh rate, which I'm pretty excited about.
Yep.
I did try both the iPad Air and the iPad Pro with the 120 hertz, and the writing on it is way better on the other grades. Like it's like visibly like you can.
I can imagine.
You write for
I
5
can
minutes,
imagine.
you understand really.
Oh,
Like,
really?
yeah. I don't get me wrong. The iPad Air is still good. Like you can do proper writing.
Wait,
on it,
iPad Air? There's an iPad Air?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I thought it was just iPad Pro. Okay.
No,
No,
there's,
iP-
no, but
iPad
it's not
Air,
the new
iPad
one.
Air
Like
Yeah,
the
yeah,
older.
yeah, but I didn't know there was such a
Yeah.
SKU.
Yeah.
I have it. Yeah.
Yeah. Resolution is 2732 by 2048.
There you go. Apple resolution.
It's very weird. Okay.
I'm surprised they got no decimal points.
Yeah. Oh,
Three,
the 11-inch model is actually a more conventional LED
Yes.
screen, right?
Normal backlit.
Why?
LED.
Why do that? No, I'm looking to buy
Cost.
the
Cost.
11-inch.
Yeah, cost.
Yeah,
it
that's
makes
the
you
thing.
want to go up to the next one. That's why.
Right, but that's too expensive. Okay, it's still offering 600 nits of brightness, resolution 2388 by 1668, 26 pixels per inch, density, whatever, okay, nonsense. 6.4 mm. Right, it's slightly thicker than its predecessor. It's 6.4 mm. You would think that it's thinner, right? But like it's not. Like that has been their whole theme with M1 chips. Oh, we have it thinner.
It might be the nature of the mini LEDs. I don't know.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Because
Okay.
you still need a backlight. You still need. I don't know how the panels work because LEDs and all that are always. People think it's one screen. No, it's many layers: substrate, pixel, backlight, all that kind of thing. So it could
Yeah.
be. I'm not sure.
Okay. Yeah. So, standard 8-core CPU will offer a 50% jump to performance compared to the iPad Pro 2020. I mean, the iPad Pro 2020 generally was no update. Like,
It was an A series arm chip,
yeah,
of
it
course
wasn't.
lah.
There was no real update. I think they purposely do lah. Of course, they just next year 50% jump in performance.
Well,
right?
wouldn't you do an incremental one to earn more money?
Of course.
Right?
Yeah,
Just
of
a
course.
bit better, a bit
No,
better.
but because they save money by having the exact same chip.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the M1 chip again.
Yeah,
M1
okay.
chip.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Offer up to 40% GPU performance, jump over the same iPad Pro. Okay, as for RAM, you'll get 8 GB with models offering 128 GB, 256. Okay, so standard stuff lah. You even have 1 TB and 2 TB models with 16 gigs of RAM.
Cool.
All right, so Thunderbolt port, you have it there.
Wait, I missed that.
Yeah,
Thunderbolt.
They have
4.
Thunderbolt port. Yeah.
Oh, that's good. That's
Yeah.
good. Another
And-
reason why I think that it might just
Yeah.
go Mac OS. But anyway.
Yeah. Right. So it's got 10 Gbps Ethernet. Can stream 6K footage on
Wait,
another display.
Sorry, 10 Gbps Ethernet.
Ethernet port. Ethernet connection. I don't know. It's not a port, but
Well,
like
yeah,
you can
it's the
have-
same chip. So
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
okay.
yeah. It can stream 6K footage to an external display. 6K footage.
Incredible.
Yeah, 6K footage. Right. And 5G, of course.
Of
On the
course,
cellular.
that's also very important.
Standard.
Is it needed on an iPad? I guess it is in
No,
a certain
okay.
sense.
If you
Like-
think about it, like what you said earlier about the longevity of
right,
Apple products,
right.
Future proofing it.
At
lah.
5G is going to be standard in 3
It is.
years, maybe.
It is. It is.
Yeah.
It is.
They're getting ahead of it.
Now, the controversial one is the camera. Do we need a camera on the iPad Pro?
Yes.
Why?
Good to have.
I only feel
Document
like
scanning.
like okay, no. Okay, it's good to have a camera. Is it good to have a very good camera?
You look at it. I would say yes.
Why?
because of the other features other than taking photos, things like AR and all that.
But how? It's not even practical. Like, why would I use AR for my productivity purposes?
The way
Very
the way
few-
they are marketing it, like some of the apps that you can use, certain designers, like if you did you see the one where they show how you can like basically design a building,
Yeah,
or
yeah,
what,
yeah.
and then have it
Use
AR
the
and
AR.
show how
Yeah,
it
yeah,
looks
yeah,
like.
yeah.
As a designer or architect, that might be invaluable. I think I don't know.
Yeah,
I
but I've
guess.
never actually used
So
that.
with
Feel a bit iffy, that
yeah,
kind
if
of
with a better camera, you get better resolution, you get more accurate AR.
Yeah, but I think
Yeah.
what TV is asking is more on like the layman, like average users who are just using this
Average
for
productivity
entertainment.
users, like how many people are
Entertainment,
gonna use that to render a building?
The
And,
aunties
like,
are. The auntie
Auntie
uncle
gonna
like
render
to use-
building,
No, not render building, but to use it as a
tablet photo,
camera.
right?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
to me it makes sense. To me, I actually feel that it makes sense.
Yeah, I'm still a bit iffy about
I think
it.
it's a nice feature to have, and it will be. You can flip the question the other way. If they put a lousier camera, would you then want to pay the price for that?
Oh, that's an excellent point.
Right?
Right.
They
That's
have
an
to
excellent
upgrade
point.
all these
How
things
much do you think they
together.
would lower the price for a lower for a worse camera? I don't think much.
They wouldn't.
They
Yeah.
wouldn't.
They
I mean, they
wouldn't.
added an ultra wide camera, so
Yeah.
So they need to keep these things up, even though it's
Yeah.
not that used to justify the.
It's probably just the same module from an iPhone, right? Probably.
it is. It is.
Yeah.
It is. It
So-
did lidar and everything. It's the same.
Yeah.
It's
No,
the same.
I think that's the best point. I think really about just to sort of justify the cost.
So yeah, apparently the M1 chip has improved image signal processing and can now capture richer photos and enhance autofocus speed. Okay, let's go into the accessories, right? So they have the Magic Keyboard, which is probably very expensive. Right?
Magic keyboard for the iPad Pro.
Yes, let's look at that.
Isn't
iPad
it just the
Pro-
same or different?
No,
from the
it's
previous?
because it's
Because
slightly
all the
thicker,
different sizes,
Ah.
everything.
right? So you have a different.
That's the other thing that they do, don't they?
Yeah, they
Increase it by 1 millimeter or less, and then you need.
But I
whole
guess
new set of
for
accessories.
keys, it might make a lot of difference for typing. I don't know.
They don't have the accessories here, but that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, but it will be a different Magic Keyboard Pro, and it is pricey. It will
But
definitely be
would
pricey.
the older Magic Keyboard work with the new iPad Pro? My assumption is yes.
No,
No.
the size is different apparently.
Oh,
like the thickness of the iPad and everything.
I want to say certain things on camera that I shouldn't right now.
Yeah.
I'm quite pissed off at
As
that.
per Verge here. Let me see.
How much is the new Magic Keyboard?
New Magic Keyboard. Let
we
me see.
talking
They
like
didn't really put a price on it.
300 to 500 or
Yeah, around there.
So you're
yeah.
oh my.
That's half the.
So if you buy an iPad Pro in Singapore plus the keyboard, you'll be looking at 3,000.
Okay, let me see. Keyboards for
Oh
iPad.
shit!
Keyboards for iPad.
Seriously?
Yeah, you will go that high. Magic Keyboard, new one, $409.
US
No, SGD.
SGD.
400.
And the iPad Pro is 1.5, right?
Yeah.
So
Base
it's
price
all-
1.5. The 12-inch one.
Okay, sorry. So not 3,000. So about 2,000.
No, then you got Apple warranty, which is another $200. And then you got the pencil, which is another. Let me see. Pencil is also another $200.
Pencil.
Yeah, the Apple Pencil is another
$200 for a pencil. Okay, lah. It's not really a pencil, lah.
179.
the new pencil.
The new pencil is the second generation one, 179.
I've broken 2 pencils.
So you're looking at about 2.5 Singapore.
Yeah.
to
for
get
a tablet.
to get the best iPad.
Well, for
In
a
the
tablet
world.
that might be your only device that you use,
Still hard to
Might-
justify.
I don't
eh?
think that is the case now. After COVID breaker, right? I
dude,
feel like
I know a lot of
COVID
people where
breaker.
iPad is their only device other than a phone.
COVID breaker, sorry, circuit breaker, right? Like, I think you need a device that's bigger, like at home, right? You will definitely have like a laptop or like a desktop.
No,
at
bring it home. Like with a Thunderbolt port, plug it into a dock, you've got a full workstation
Right,
already.
of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then you would buy.
But
a
I know
monitor.
a lot of people where they only have an iPad Pro. And apart from a phone.
But
Yeah.
2,500.
I think it's okay considering what you're getting. And it's I feel so weird justifying the price because I am so anti-Apple on a lot of things. But again, I feel like with what you're getting, it's actually not that bad. If you consider the Apple tax on it, it's
I
actually
mean,
okay.
technically, the iPad Pro is a MacBook Air, like
Okay, but
the
do
specs
you-
wise.
Yeah, you get
In some ways better.
You get
Yeah.
better specs, but do you really need this upgrade if you already have an existing?
That's a question that
Yeah,
we can
if you have
go
an
on
existing
for-
iPad, I don't
yeah,
think.
no,
it's worth it.
definitely not. Especially with the previous
Yeah.
iPad Pro is already very
But
good.
if you're going into the ecosystem, then it's different.
If it's your
Like,
first buy,
if your first buy, yeah, then I mean, depends on how much you're purchasing.
Wait, sorry, RAM, storage space, is it the same for the iPad and iPad Pro? Is the only difference the mini LED and the size?
Yeah.
Then most people should just get the iPad.
No, but like the iPad is like got okay. It's still got the big thick bezels. It's not
whereas
as
the
good. And
iPad
I don't
Pro
think it has
doesn't?
the 120 hertz. It doesn't have the 120 hertz, and it's still the A12 Bionic chip.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is
Lightning
for more
connector.
people, it might. Oh, okay.
Lightning
Never mind.
connector.
Forget what I said.
Yeah, lightning connector.
It's almost like they don't want you to get it.
Yeah, they don't want you to get it. And it's only compatible with first generation Apple Pencil. Yeah.
So they're just reselling their older iPads, lah.
Yeah, they are. So they want you to buy the new iPad Air or the iPad Pro. But the issue I have, like, they should have, the 11-inch is not the display, right? It's not mini LED like the 12-inch. Right?
I really want to see that. I'm waiting for a mini LED to come to a
I don't know whether I'll buy the 12.9-inch or not because like
1,005. You're
it's too much.
potentially spending 2,005.
yeah, my parents would disown me.
Honestly,
Quite
now I
honestly
can say
speaking.
because I'm not going to get it, but I was
Yeah.
going to surprise my wife to get one soon.
Yeah.
But now I'm like, no, I cannot.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
too damn expensive. Even if you buy the base model of the iPad Pro, like, but of course, there's all these cloud storage things. So like, you just go for the base model. I'm not gonna get cellular. I'm not gonna get like all those extra funky things. Of course, I'm gonna get mine engraved because that's free,
Nice.
right? Might as well
Random
get
Review
it.
Squad or Tiru?
I don't know. I'm just gonna put my name lah.
Random
I might put
Tiru
Review
Squad.
Random Tiru Squad.
Tiru Standard Time.
Yeah, so it's cool. The M1 chip, it's cool. It will be the first iPad product in my household, or the Apple product in my household.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
we've never in my house never had an Apple.
that would be
product.
cool.
Yeah,
Okay.
my sister-in-law had an iPad, but she sold it for some reason. I don't know.
I've only had two ever. So I had the iPod Touch, and then I had the iPhone 4.
Yeah,
That's it.
I've never had any Apple in my house. Like, it's just too expensive.
It is.
I feel.
It is.
Yeah. There's no new colors. Apparently, there's a white Magic Keyboard now.
Yes.
White color, which I see will get very, very dirty.
I give myself 5 minutes before it gets dirty.
Yeah. Just eat a burger and then. It's,
Yeah, I mean, even like, I reviewed the Pokemon Omnidesk table, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
The first half an hour already, there was a smudge.
Oh, dear.
White is very difficult.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, okay. So, of course, they got all that recycling thing. It comes with a charger, thank God. I don't have a charger. 28.65 watt hour battery, and the larger one has a 40.8 watt hour battery. They don't do the entire capacity thing. They just say per hour. I don't know why they're so secretive about it.
It'll be interesting to see like once it's tested to see how the battery life. I don't know how mini LEDs work in terms of battery life because you're not getting the benefits of OLED in terms of efficiency. You do get a lot of dimming zones,
Yeah.
so that might help battery life. But other than that, I honestly have no clue.
Okay.
I'm hoping that it helps compared to a regular IPS or LED displays.
Oh, they do have education store prices, so I can look into that.
Okay,
That's cool. Right, so I think that's about it for the Apple event. Let's talk about generally, like sum it up. What do you think, like your best item and like why? I guess
The tracker.
the tracker.
I
You
think
would
it's one
you
of
would
those
get
things
that.
that was, I think a lot of people anticipated it. I think it's one of those things that can be quite useful
Right.
nowadays. And I see myself as one of those who would get one of it. But yeah, that's my favorite.
Okay.
How about
For
you?
me, it's two: the AirTags and the Apple TV. It would be the iPad Pro if it wasn't so bloody expensive. It's a similar situation to the Surface
Yeah,
Book,
yeah,
lah.
yeah.
You can buy the book itself, okay. I mean, sorry, the Surface Pro,
Surface Pro, yeah.
okay. But then you need a keyboard.
Yeah.
Then how much is that? It's another like
Yeah,
$5,
it all
$6.
adds up.
Yeah.
Which is the annoying part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's impressive, the iPad Pro. But to me, the best is the AirTags and the Apple TV.
Right.
Yeah.
My favorite is the purple iPhone. No, I'm just kidding.
I love
I
purple.
love purple. No, I'm just kidding. No, please don't get that. Don't do that to yourself.
Yeah.
Right. I think my favorite would be the iPad Pro. Yeah.
Cool.
Generally, because of the M1 chip and yeah, the things that it can do.
But would you buy it?
I am going to buy it.
The iPad Pro.
Yeah, iPad
12
Pro. No,
with
11
the-
inch.
11 lah.
11 inch.
Okay.
Yeah.
But then you don't get the mini LEDs. Then I don't want to borrow from you already.
Okay, I will check education store prices. Okay.
Okay.
Just for James.
Yeah. You're a secondary school student to buy for you.
Yes, yeah. Some of them are
But
richer
is
than me.
it a
sia.
significant discount?
About $100, $200, I think.
Meh.
Yeah, it's not a
On
lot.
a $2,500.
I mean, but it's every
It takes
cent
off like
counts lah.
yeah,
Yeah,
it kind of takes off the warranty or like the pen, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and everything else that you buy, even the keyboard is cheaper on the education store, but
Yeah.
it's not a lot cheaper. Make it cheaper, Apple. We are not that rich.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So I guess that's the end of the podcast.
Yeah.
Thank you guys. That was a good 1 hour plus.
Yeah.
Right. That is the Apple event. So if you guys are like into Apple stuff and maybe we've angered you, please leave your comments down in the comments.
Is there a Samsung event coming up?
Yes, there is. I
So
think.
maybe that could be our next topic.
Yeah, it could
Let's
be.
talk about that one.
Definitely. I'm looking forward to some new phones. I'm actually reviewing the Samsung Ultra.
Ah,
Samsung
okay.
S21.
Have fun with that.
Yeah, you just
Wait,
released
do
your
you
video.
get mine? Do you get? Was it?
Probably. Do you leave a mark on the left corner?
No, no. Hey. Do you get the
really the-
purple,
the
the purple and
come
black
Sean
one?
was here.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah lah.
The pearlescent one and the black one.
Yeah. I think
Yeah.
then you got mine.
Same,
Yeah,
yeah.
probably.
Yeah,
You could have
but-
just gave it to me.
Ah,
Send back to
no,
them.
no,
this
send back
one.
to them.
Samsung asked me, but I don't have the time. I'm
Right.
sorry, but I can't.
But anyway, it was released 3 months ago.
Yeah,
So,
so-
Yeah. I just wanted the high of holding a $2,000 phone.
yeah. I just wanted it for fun.
Ah, look, $2,000. They should. Wow, really?
we held the Oppo X, the sliding one.
Yeah, we did. We
so
did.
that was quite
That is
cool. I
insane.
think that to me was more cooler than the S21.
Yeah, it is. It is.
But yeah,
Anyway.
let's talk about the Samsung one the
Yeah.
next time. I'll be sure to watch the full event. I'm sure
we
I'm
will
gonna go back and
see.
watch
You need to
the
do your
Apple.
homework, Sean.
Yeah.
We need to see where to shoot the next
I
time.
need to
We'll
sh-
see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll
Shoot
be a
at-
different location.
Can we shoot at Samsung?
Hey Samsung, please give us your place.
Yeah, but I mean, speaking of where we're shooting, a big thank you again
Yep.
to City,
City Music, yeah, you guys are awesome.
Oh, this is the most comfortable space so far. We
Yes,
have-
my
we
favorite
have
so far.
nice background. We have the air condition. We got the lights and all the great microphones. So, yeah.
Yeah. If you're looking to get this kind of equipment, a lot of times everything is available online. But for
Yeah.
me, even for me, someone who I will consider myself a bit more average in terms of knowledge, I still come down and speak to the
have to
guys
try it.
anyway.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you should.
Not
You
only do you have to
should
try
calm
it, but sometimes what you think you need might be overkill or not enough.
Yeah,
That's
you know,
true.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is why when I bought I sold my H8 by the way.
Oh, wow,
I
good.
didn't, I
Nice.
didn't yet, so I sold it
Yeah.
off because this is more than enough for me.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah, and if I come here, maybe I would have bought this instead of the H8.
Yeah,
I would have
yeah,
saved
yeah,
myself
yeah.
$500.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
Yeah. So, a big thank you to City Music for the wonderful space
Yep.
and
Yeah.
being
Thanks,
so
guys.
hospitable.
I think I
Yeah.
want to come here again. I love it. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
I
really
love
cool.
it. It's very comfortable.
Yeah.
Distance and everything.
I know, right?
Framing
Yeah.
really nice.
I've never had so much space to set up things.
Yeah.
It was such a good thing. We
I
have
have
three.
space to put my computer. I think this is
Yeah.
going to be a thing now. Leaving my computer here.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's
All
wrap
right.
this up.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
We'll see you guys. Please like and subscribe and
Yes, to all our channels.
Yes,
Yes.
to
We'll
all
put the
our
links
channels.
below
Yes,
and all that.
Technobabble, Sean Cole, Random Review Squad. If you have any angry comments about Apple or any happy comments about Apple,
Or
if you're
angry
gonna buy-
about us.
yeah,
Yeah.
and maybe you have some theories about Apple itself, please leave them down in the comment section below.
All right.
Yeah, we are the Tech Podcast.
Podcast, TikTok,
Tech
whatever.
Talk. Yes,
All
we are
right.
Tech
Okay.
Talks.
Bye-bye.
Bye.